Hi, I'm Dina from Dina's Healthy You, and this is the Share the Health Show, where I get to make yummy, delicious recipes for you so that you can make them at home for your families. And I know right now it's September and we're getting ready to go back to school. So one of the things I'm going to show you very quickly is how to make quick, easy, healthy snacks or lunches or breakfast. I'm going to show you how to make, right now, a no wheat, no gluten veggie. Well, you can add chicken to it if you like, but burrito. So something a little different than just the typical sandwich for school. So first of all, there's two types of tortillas that I like. This is a new one that I just found that I love, and I really love it. It's great. And it's tiny. It's a small one, so you can really do like a quesadilla out of it. And then you have the one that I've kind of shown many of my clients, which is brown rice tortilla. This one happens to get a little, you either have to make it into a crisp cracker or it sometimes will fall apart a little bit. So the reason I like the smaller ones is they don't seem to do that. They seem to last throughout the day and they're a little bit better. So let's start by putting the cheese. Now the cheese that I like to use is soy sauce. And I grate it up. It comes in a brick. It doesn't come grated. I keep calling the company and asking why not. So I put it actually in my Cuisinart and it makes it really quick. And then I store it in my refrigerator in a glass container already shredded up. So we're going to put some cheese on the bottom of this, and then we can either put it in the toaster oven or you can put it on your stove top. Actually, if you have a flame, you can actually take your tortilla and flip it, kind of like how they did in the old days on the fire, and make it crisp that way. I like to put it in the toaster oven, so I'll be right back. Okay, hi, so we're back. So we toasted we put them on bake in the toaster oven. If you don't have a toaster oven, you can throw them obviously in your regular oven. And you can see how this one's starting to kind of fall apart a little bit already. You can do it, like I said, real crisp like a cracker and then just put it all on top. But if you're sending the kids to school with it, it can be a little messy. So now I put some, oops, I already did the cheese. Okay, so that's cheese. Now, if anybody wants to use regular cheese, and that's something that you eat, I understand if you don't want the soy sauce. But I will say this, when I use the soy sauce, nobody ever knows the difference. So now I'll put some beans, and the beans I like to use, of course I don't slave for 8 hours making the long beans. I cheat and I use the Amy's organic refried beans. Black beans are the highest antioxidant, so I try to get the black ones. And then I'll do a little bit of tomato. Now if your kids don't like tomato, that's, obviously you're not going to use that. And again, I love avocado. I love it, and I love it as a good essential fat, so I really like to use it in a lot of things. So if you really are opposed to avocado, obviously you won't be using that, but it's delicious. So the other thing that people love, well, first of all, greens, and more greens are my motto. So I like to use spinach, and I like to use cilantro. And I make these really big. These are big, fat, juicy burritos, and they're delicious. I also like to use sweet potato. Actually, in my cookbook, it's called sweet potato burrito. Typically, men who are more yang than women, not young, but yang, meaning yin and yang, don't like sweet mixed with their food. So you'll definitely have to check in with your husband and see, but typically, or boyfriend or whatever, but typically men don't like sweet, so they don't want the sweet potato in there. And kids sometimes won't like it either, but I love it. Now, you can either use the leftover egg that we have from the seaweed burrito, so you can throw some of that in there, or you can use the leftover grass-fed ground beef from the stuffed peppers we did. So it's kind of mix and match. It's like if you have 3 good outfits, you can mix and match and they can last forever. So it's the same concept. So with this, it ends up looking like this. Falls apart a little bit. It's made from brown rice, but it's actually delicious. I always have to tear off the ends because I want to get to the meat of it. It isn't about how it looks. It's about how it tastes. It's delicious. Yum. And then this one, this tiny little guy, see, that's a little better. Nicer looking, stays together better. It's amazing. It's killer. I'm so happy when I get to eat like this. So here's to you. Enjoy your healthy meal and go share the health with somebody else. Have a healthy day. Thank you for joining me.